Boy, am I excited, folks. Hi there, I am the Mighty Plantain, and I'll tell you why I'm excited. I got a beer that I found randomly in my local store, Damon's, taking over the old Jokas down here in Waterville, Maine. I say randomly because I had no idea this was coming around, and it happens to be from one of my favorite Maine breweries, which is Hidden Cove. So I'm always excited about a beer that came out from Hidden Cove because they put some really good stuff out. I'm excited about the fact that I found it randomly because the hunt is really a big part of the thrill for me. I love walking into a store, just wandering around and spotting something that I've been looking for, or better yet, something I didn't expect to find. So it's from one of my favorite breweries. It's a local brewery. It's a double IPA, and I spotted it randomly. On top of that, Hidden Cove hasn't really made its way up into the central to northern Maine area. They're mostly in southern Maine. They're more of a tourist destination of sorts, from what I've experienced. So I'm really excited to see them making their way into this area, and the fact that it's in a can. Not a big fan of cans personally, but a lot of breweries have been doing really well with lining the cans so that they don't interfere with the taste of the brew, and it's also a cheaper alternative to bottling that gets their product on the shelves faster and more efficiently and to a wider area, which allows them to get their bottles on those same shelves. So that's a pretty long-winded intro for this beer, but bottom line is the only thing that would make this better if I saw that it was a barrel-aged variety, because I love Hidden Cove's beers, but their barrel-aged stuff is incredible. So anyway, this is Thunderclap Double IPA. Now, it's canned, like I said. So I'm going to take it out of the can first to see how that tastes, and then we'll compare that to how it tastes from a glass. Oh, that's so hoppy. Very hoppy, sweet, fruity, and citrusy, honestly. It's mostly citrus with a hint of sweetness to it. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's very hoppy and bitter. I'm getting a lot of that citrus through there. It's a extremely smooth, easy to drink beer, and I'm not getting a lot of metallic taste, I don't think. So let's pour it into the glass. Let's see how it does in here. Slightly cloudy. It's a pale straw-colored yellow for the most part, and a bit of an orangish tinge to it where it gets thicker in the glass, so it's very interesting. Again, an overall hoppy bitterness, but mostly citrus. Smooth and easy to drink. It tastes basically the same as it did out of the can. So that's good. It's marks in its favor, because the can, whatever this is lined with, is not interfering with the taste of the beer. At least not so much as drinking it out of the glass poured from the can. I wonder if it would be different from a bottle, but I'm getting those strong citrus notes. Very sweet. Very sweet, but also grapefruity. That citrus is really turning into a grapefruit note. It's extremely easy to drink for a double IPA, which makes me wonder. A Thunderclap is a crash of thunder, or something completely unexpected. Well, this was definitely unexpected. I didn't expect to find it on the shelves. Our double IPA is an explosion of melon. It's probably that sweetness I'm getting. Orange and strawberry aromas. Orange and the citrus. I'm not really getting the strawberry. With hints of lime zest and tropical fruit. It will fill your mouth with fresh melon and grapefruit. Can definitely get in the grapefruit and the sweetness of the melon. 8.8% ABV. You wouldn't know it from tasting that. That's way too smooth for a beer that's got that high of an alcohol content. This is a beer that will come at you unexpectedly. Don't let the flavors fool you. This is a big beer that hides its 85 IBUs easily. You don't have to wait for the thunder. It's waiting for you. Probably read that less dramatically than I should have, but I mean, I can definitely tell the IBUs that they're talking about are there, but the sweet citrusy flavors actually kind of change that up to the point where it's not as bitter as you would expect from an 85 IBU beer. It's also dangerously sitting at the 8.8%. I know they say that about a lot of beers lately, but I've had a lot of high ABV beers that you really wouldn't think were that high in alcohol content. So given how good this is and how easy it is to drink, you know, 2 or 3 of these and you could be in some serious trouble. Again, I think I find myself saying that about a lot of beers lately. But this is actually a very, very fruity IPA, and not in a bad way. It's got that sweet, citrusy flavor to it. I mean, maybe I'm getting a hint of the strawberry now, but that might have been more of a suggestion just reading the label, and now it's making me think I should be tasting it, but definitely citrusy grapefruit, and the sweetness of the melon is really coming through in the flavor. It's extremely smooth, easy to drink. I keep harping on that. I gotta hit this one with a 3.5 out of 5. You know what? I think I'm gonna bump it up to a 4. Just being a big fan of IPAs in general, and the fact that this is so delicious, I gotta bump it up to a 4. There's really just that sweetness and the citrusy, grapefruity flavor that's jumping out at me overall. Pardon. But the fact that this is so well put together, and the fact that it's a double IPA that doesn't have that high ABV sourness to it, that flavor that you usually get from like a double or an imperial, that's not coming through in this, and it's making it much easier to drink. I got to give it some extra points for that. So a 4 out of 5 for this beer. Definitely make sure to check it out, because that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you have to say. Hit me up down in the comments and the email link down below. If you've had this beer, let me know what you think of it. If you agree or disagree, either way, I want to discuss it with you. Make sure to hit me up down below also with a like and a share, and click that little subscribe button down there. That way you'll get a notification every time a new video is posted. Till next time, folks. Thanks for checking it out. Cheers. A little while back, we did a bit of a comparison with the Not Your Father's Hard Root Beer review.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for the beer, man. So, highly recommended by you. The Extreme Beer Fest this weekend. We'll be able to get a hold of, I believe it's the American